Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you all a story from the Bible. It's called Noah Built a Great Ark. So let's see what is the story about. Have you heard this story before? Anyway, we'll just see. We learned about Adam and Eve. Do you remember? So Adam and Eve had two sons named Cain and Abel. In time, Cain and Abel had children too, and before long, the earth was full of people. There were hundreds and hundreds of people. But God was not happy with them. God was really sad. Do you know why? Because these people were not good. They were really wicked people. They were fighting, they were envious, they were jealous of each other, and they were stealing, they were lying, they were killing. So, God was very sad. At the same time, He was very angry too. But He loved one person on the earth. His name is Noah. So He spoke to Noah. What did He speak to Noah about? Let's see. One day God spoke to Noah. Listen, I'm going to send a great flood. I will cover the whole earth with water. There will be nowhere to hide. Then, when the flood is over, I will give the world a fresh start. So basically, God said to Noah that I'm going to destroy everything and I need a new start. Do you think Noah was very happy with that? No, Noah was really scared. He thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? What is going to happen to me and my family, God? Then God said to Noah, He had a great plan for Noah. I have made a special plan to serve you and your family. God said to Noah. Do you know what was the plan? God told Noah to make a big boat. Have you seen a boat? You should ask your mommy and daddy to show a boat floating on the water. And God told Noah to make a big boat. You know what is the name of the boat? It's called an ark. So God said Noah to make an ark. And God told how to make it. He made with a wood called gopher wood, and the length, the breadth, how many windows, how many doors, everything God explained. And you know what Noah said? Noah said, God, I will just listen to you and I will do exactly as you told me. And that's why God loved Noah. So he started building the ark. Noah had 3 children. How many children Noah had? 3. Shem, Ham and Japheth. These 3, they were not little kids, they were married, they were big men. These 3 people also helped Noah in making the ark. So they cut the wood, make it into little wood pieces. They started hammering it, tuck, tuck, tuck. Then they joined it together, they painted it, they sealed it with glue so that no water will go inside. So at the end, the ark was all getting ready. And people around Noah, who were neighbors, they were all puzzled. Why this man making a big boat in the dry land? And they all came and asked Noah. What did they ask? Why ever are you building a ship on dry land? Soon great flood will come, Noah said. Noah said, God told me that there is going to be a big flood. And we are going to escape on this big boat. This ark is for us to escape. When the flood comes, we are going to float on the water on this ark, and me and my family will be saved. And what did they say? What nonsense! Fancy believing such stuff. People scoffed. You must be out of your mind. But Noah was never ashamed. He was never put off by all these comments. He said, no, God told me to do so, and I'm listening to God, and I believe that there is going to be a big flood. When God says something, we need to believe Him. And then when the ark was finished, God gave another very important instruction to Noah. What was the instruction? He said, collect up 2 of every kind of animal. 2 of every kind means boy and a girl. So God told Noah to collect each and every animals which cannot survive on the water and gather them and keep them in the ark. So Noah and 3 children, that's Shem, Ham and Japheth, collected 2 of every creature on the earth. That's boy and girl. So they collected 2 lions, 2 tigers, 2 polar bears. Can you name few of the animals? Giraffe, pigs. So please name few of the animals. All the animals were inside the ark. And when all the animals got inside the ark, then when at last the ark was finished, the weather changed suddenly. Do you know how the cloud is when the rain happens? The skies grew darker with all the clouds. Then sun hid under the cloud, fierce wind followed. Then Noah said, "This is the time." Noah and all his family. How many people were there in his family? 8 people were there in his family. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, we already named them, Shem, Ham and Japheth, and their 3 wives. So 8 people were inside the ark. They all went inside the ark, and God closed the door of the ark. Who closed it? Do you think Noah closed it? No. God closed the door of the ark. Crash. Door was closed. And when God closes the ark, no one can open it. So no way, nobody will accidentally open it. That's why God closed the ark. And the wind followed, it shook the ark, lightning flashed, thunder rumbled, rain started to fall. It started raining, and then people got scared. At first they were like, oh, it's a small rain. And the water came to their house. Then it went inside their house. Then they went to the chair, they stood up on the chair. Then the water went to the chair level, they stood up on the other tables. Then they go on top of their house. And the house also was submerged under the water. So they all died. But what happened to Noah and the little family, all the animals? They all were inside the ark. And they all were safe and cozy inside the ark. Do you know how many days and nights it rained? It rained 40 days and it was a very strong rain in such a way that it rained. It was a flood. The whole earth was under the water and it became like a sea. There was no land, no trees, nothing, no mountains, only water. And on the 40th day, it stopped rain. Do you think the water went down? No. It stood still. It was like full immersed in water for so many days. And then what happened? Slowly the water went down. And then one day the ark came to rest on a mountain. On the top of the mountain, the ark came to rest. And that mount is called the mountain Ararat. Then so many days passed by and the water level began to go down. And after a few days, Noah decided to keep a raven outside to see if there is any trees or any branches where the raven can go and sit. But the raven flapped its wings and flew away from the ark. But it came back because there was nothing to sit on. So the raven came back to the ark. Then after a week, after this Noah sent a dove. But the dove also came back. Then after a week later, the same dove Noah sent again out. But then this time also the dove came back. But this time the dove had a little leaf on its beak. Noah was very happy. That means the trees are visible. When the leaves are there, the water level is going dramatically down. And the third time, when Noah sent the dove outside, the dove never came back. Because the bird could find branches and also could find some food probably. So that time Noah knew it is the time to get out of the ark. So they all came out of the ark. The great door was opened. Noah, his family and all the creatures left the ark. And then Noah gave thanks to the Lord because God decided to save Noah and his family and all the animals. So Noah was very happy. So Noah and his family were so happy. They thanked God for keeping them safe. But God was very sad. At the end, God looked at all these dead people and animals. He was not happy. God made a special promise. He said, never again will a great flood cover the earth. As long as the earth remains, there will be seed time, harvest, summer and winter. I am placing a wonderful rainbow in the clouds. Whenever you see it, remember my promise. What is a promise? God promised that I will never ever destroy the earth with water. When it rains, often we see the rainbow. This reminds us of the story of Noah and how God saved him from flood that covered the entire earth. So when you see the rainbow next time, you should remember that this is God's promise. When He promised us, He made a rainbow on the sky, that He will never destroy the earth with water again. And thus, that is how Noah escaped the great flood. And this is the picture of the rainbow. Can you see the picture of the rainbow? All the animals getting out of the ark. This is the ark. So I hope you all enjoyed this story. Bye bye.